Hello beauties, and welcome back to the Jolie Beauty channel. On this very magical day, of course, it is the day of the Sorceress palette reveal and launch, and I am just enchanted to tell you all about it. As you've just seen from the video, we have been very busy brewing up some very exciting potions, and they have created a brew of magical pigments, and I just can't wait to show you what's inside. But before we get to the inside, let's talk a little bit about the inspiration behind the Sorceress palette and also this amazing artwork on it as well. So if you've followed me or Jolie Beauty for a long time, you already know that we absolutely love Halloween here. It is the one thing that personally got me into makeup many years ago. I absolutely loved dressing up all my friends and family, much to their delight / despair sometimes. It depends on what I decided to dress them up as. But for me, it was the most exciting time of year, more exciting than even Christmas. So I have been planning for a couple of years to do a spooky Halloween launch, but racking my brains on what I wanted the first product to be. I always feel like when you put on makeup, it makes you feel so empowered, so beautiful and transformative, and I really wanted to get that across in a palette. And I thought, what better than a powerful and beautiful sorceress that can become anything that she or he wants at any time through the power of makeup. We have had so much fun with the concept of the palette, and I just can't wait to show you guys inside. But of course, let's talk about this beautiful artwork first of all. Last year, one of my friends showed me an amazing artist. Try that again. Of this amazing artist. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? There's going to be so many bloopers on this. Last year, when I was thinking about the concept of this palette, one of my friends pointed me in the direction of an amazing artist called Ito. When I looked at her work, I thought she's absolutely perfect, and I was delighted when she agreed to collaborate on the design on the front of the palette. So we sent over a brief with just some pointers of kind of what we wanted, and this is what she came up with, and it's absolutely perfect. So guys, please go and check Ito out on her Etsy store and her Instagram. I will link both of them below, and just show her some love for this amazing palette design. So of course, this is what you've all been waiting for. I know you've seen a snapshot on the advert, but let's open her up. Oh my goodness. So of course, I've already had my mittens on this one. That's why it's looking every time, Saul, damn it. Can we do like a yearly compilation of every time like Saul's phone goes off? So of course, as you can see, I've already been enjoying playing with this palette, particularly a little bit. Don't worry, yours will come with the standard Jolie Beauty protective sleeve, as well as a cover on the mirror. Talking about the mirror, you can see that it has the words "You look simply bewitching," which I think is such a cute little touch. And has also designed all these little bits like the moon, the love potion jar, and some of the little ingredients for your spells, and some tarot cards as well. I think all these little things just make such a difference to the palette. I'm just going to fold this over a little bit because that mirror is probably shining right into your eyes down the camera. The colour story and the influence behind the palette is we wanted to introduce lots of lovely cool tones. We've never actually done a palette with any cool tones before, really. So it was about time that we got some like good smoky greys and browns. So starting over here, you've got all these gorgeous, stony, cool tones. I know a lot of you that have followed me for a long time will be well aware that I was a lot more gothic when I was younger. All the times of being a member on Vampire Freaks. I will insert a picture here if you're not actually aware of this. So this is a tribute to my younger look for sure, and I just can't wait to dig into some of these cooler tones, especially coming up to spooky season. my favourite time of year. I feel like these are the perfect tones to create a gothic or grungy look, and we've got so many interesting textures here as well, which I'll show you in the swatches in a mo. As we move further down the palette, it starts to get a little bit more colourful and a lot more mysterious. So not everything is how it seems down here. I'm not going to give too much away, but you'll see when I do the swatches, there are some extra special pigments in here that I think you guys are just gonna freak out at. So I can't really wait anymore. This is the colour story that we've come up with. Let's get to swatching. If you've watched one of our reveal videos before, you will know the drill. I'm not going to swatch all of them for you now. I feel like it's a lot. What I'll do is I'm going to pick some of my favourite shades to swatch live for you, but I will be inserting some footage of the whole thing swatched as well, so you can see all the colours together, how they work together, etc. So let's start off with the more grey, cool tone side of the palette. So the first shade that I'm going to pick up is the shade Witching Hour. This is a deep steel cool grey shimmer. This just looks so lush on a dark smoky eye, and it's just a pop of pure beautiful shimmer pigment, and you can just see how gorgeous and metallic that looks. Also on this row we have Snow Moon, which is a matte white, Conjure, which is a light cool toned brown. Of course, the Witching Hour, that's the one I just swatched. And we've got Tarot, which is this beautiful, deep glitter pigment. And I really want to swatch that one as well. Shall I? I think that's a yes. As ever with all our glitters, yes, it's a glitter all the way through. You don't need a glitter glue or adhesive, but you may want to add one if you want some extra insurance. As ever, I always direct you to go and watch my pressed glitter tips application video when you're done with this one. I will link it down below. And I'm just going to swatch this one here. Wow. Such an amazing shade to top off any look. With the glitter pigment, it's so nice. You could use that Witching Hour underneath as your creamy base, and then just pat a little bit of Tarot on top, and it would just make such a lovely textured 3D look to the eye. Let's move on to row number 2. Sticking with the greys, I really want to show off the diversity of the greys in this palette. I'm going to go for a medium grey. This is the shade Bewitching. And this is an amazing shade for the crease. You can use this to map out your shape on the eye and create such shadow and depth. I'm just going to pop this one here. I hope that's coming up on camera as well as it looks here. As you can see, they're all grey tones, but they're so different from one another, and they can all be used in such a different way on the eye. Also on this row, we have the shade Spellbound, which is a medium cool tone grey. Bewitching, which is the one that I've just swatched. Hex, which is a light matte brown. And Solstice, which is a dark matte grey. Moving on to row number 3. And it is a no-brainer which shade I want to swatch for you on this one. The shade Dreamcatcher is such an unusual formula. It is a pure black shimmer. And when I tell you the payoff and the pigment of the shade is like nothing else, you better believe it. I'll get to swatching it now. And there she is. She is so black. Yet when you swatch it, it's like so shiny. It's a metallic black, which I haven't seen before in any other palette. So I'm so excited about the development of this shade. It really makes it so easy to add a lot of depth to your eye looks. Oh, I just want to make an eye out of those 4 shades, to be honest. They're inspiring me already. Star of the show, gone to bed. He's so cute. Also on this row we have the shade Equinox, which is a frosty white with a slight tinge of blue-green. Perfect for highlighting the inner corners of the eye or the brow bone, and it gives a really cool frosty effect. Love that. Then we have the shade Nancy. This is a glitter pigment as well, and it is a almost gunmetal black/grey. So nice for those kind of grungy looks. Put that on a black base and it just pops the whole eye. Chalice, which is a gorgeous medium grey shimmer. And then Dreamcatcher, which is the black metallic shimmer that I've just swatched for you. Row number 4 is where it starts to get a little bit mysterious. And I think I want to swatch the whole row because it is fabulous and probably my favourite row out the palette. But I'm going to have to swatch the top 2. Now you might wonder, what is so mysterious about this palette, Jolie? Well, these 2 shades might give it away with their names. So the first one that I'm going to swatch is Transform. And in the pan, it just looks maybe like a plain old purple. But when you swatch it, it becomes a 3-toned chameleon metallic. So Transform is an extra special chameleon shade that shifts in the light. And there are quite a few colour variations that you can see in it. Sometimes it will look like a purple to blue shift. Other times it will look like a purple to almost like a golden grey brown shift. It's absolutely stunning. The shade Shapeshifter underneath, which I'll swatch as well, is also a chameleon shade, but shifting to another colour scheme. So although this looks green in the palette, I'll just swatch it for you here. On the skin, you can see it switches from green to purple, and it also has a little bit of that metallic cool brown in it as well. I'm not quite sure if that is going to show up right here where I'm sitting. You have to catch the light exactly right and it will just shift into another colour before your eyes like magic. But I'm definitely going to insert some close-ups where you can see the colour changes for yourself. I do want to put a disclaimer that because these shades are so expensive for us to make, the pans are a little bit thinner on those shades. Because they're such high quality and gorgeous metallic, you don't really need to use that much of them to make a massive impact in your look. So as I've just swatched, we have Transform and Shapeshifter, our 2 chameleon pigments, and Clairvoyance, which is this another amazing shimmer. If any of you have our Radiance palette and love the shade Crystal, then this is the same formula. And then Healer at the bottom, serving this gorgeous pop of green. So let's have a little look at what I've been swatching. Oh, I think it's time to swatch Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball is a glitter pigment, and we wanted to create something that had 2 different shades of glitter together, just for like a little bit of a different moment from my standard glitters. So we took 2 of our favourite shades out the palette, combined them into glitter, and this is the result. Running out of room on my arm. So as you can see, Crystal Ball has a mixture of a cool teal and also a golden green. Oh, that's just so lush. I've never seen a colour like that before, and I think it's just one of my ultimate faves at the palette. Also on this row we have the Sorceress colour to match the colour of the palette. We have Hocus, which is this beautiful cool light lilac, and of course if we have Hocus we must have a Pocus, which is this beautiful golden green shimmer, and then Crystal Ball, which is the glitter shade that I've just swatched. We are on row number, oh my god, lost count, 6. So it's been a while since I've swatched a matte. Let's go for the shade Powerful, because that's what we are, babes. So of course all our mattes are our standard creamy pigmented formula. Gosh, I really am running out of elbow, aren't I? I'm just going to pop this one here. We've never had such a gorgeous deep aquamarine in our palettes, and I really wanted to create one. I felt like it was something that was missing out of our collection. So yeah, that's the story behind that colour. Absolutely love that. Brings a little bit of brightness into the palette as well, because obviously the rest of the palette is a little bit muted and dark. Also on this row we have the shade Spirit, which is a pressed purple glitter. Hallows Eve, which is a deep, mysterious purple. Powerful, which is the one I've just swatched. And then Pop It, which is this dark forest green. And here we are on the last row. What to pick? I think for this one, I'm going to pick the shade Lunar Eclipse. So the shade Lunar Eclipse here is a beautiful duochrome shade. And it's got a little bit of a mixture of colours in it. It's purpley, blue and grey, all mixed into one. But let me just swatch it and show you the shade. It's a good job this is the final row, because I'm definitely not going to fit any more on here. Oh. And there is Lunar Eclipse. Also on this row, so first of all we have the shade Love Potion, which is this purpley pink matte. We've got the shade Enchantress, which is this gorgeous light shimmer purple. Lunar Eclipse, which is the shade that I just swatched. And the blackest of black mattes, which is the shade Sabbath. So those are some of my favourite shades swatched for you. I'm going to insert a close-up of all the swatches that I've just done on my arm so you can see them a little bit more clearly. So as promised, I am going to be giving away one of our Sorceress palettes to a lucky viewer. Let me know which glitter has 2 different colours in it. All you have to do to enter is like the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, we will be checking, and then answer me below which glitter has 2 different shades of glitter within it. We will be drawing the winner tomorrow, so get entering, make sure you subscribe to validate your entry, and yeah, good luck everyone. I hope you absolutely loved the Sorceress palette as much as we did creating it. I think you'll agree it is such an interesting and unique palette, and it is definitely one for the collection. I also just want to say a big thank you to everybody working for Jolie Beauty, our creative team, the gorgeous models that we had for the shoot, and obviously the videographers that brought my vision to life. So thank you so much everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and you might not ever see me in the next one.